viewers, welcome to my first commentary for Battlefield 3. I'm playing the multiplayer on Rush on Wake Island. As you can see, I spawned directly into a lab, or LEV as most people call it, and I'm thinking I'm not the driver, but I am actually, and I'm basically angry at my teammates for not driving, and I'm actually the driver, and that's me being idiotic. Um, and eventually, I just rush out of the lab. You'll see that in a minute. Up until then, most of my teammates are far ahead of me, and I just keep rushing towards, I think, B. Let me just tell you about my class loadout. The first thing you'll notice is that I'm a medic. I have the AEK assault rifle. It's got a very good rate of fire, and I've been using it for say a week, and I've managed to score so many points. Probably not possible with other rifles. The reason, obviously, is the rate of fire. And I move towards the rockets, after which there'll be a couple of MCOMs. I revive my teammate or squad mate, heal myself, and I think I get this guy. Yeah, I do. Look at that! Look at that! Look at how amazing the rate of fire on this gun is. I mean, in a matter of seconds, you can take out an enemy. Not even a matter of second. In 1 second, if you get a headshot, that guy is dead. But the problem is that it's the rate of fire is so uh, high that you'll be empty in a couple of seconds. My teammates do get to arm the MCOM at A, and I just stay here reviving, healing myself, trying to support my team. But eventually, my MCOM at A is disarmed, and I die. And this guy, Maximilius or Max Payne or whoever this guy is, so irritating. He gets me so many times in the game at crucial points. I'm just disarming or arming an MCOM, and this guy just gets into and kills me. Now I get into the buggy, and if you notice, after the patch, there's a horn which has been kept into the buggy, and you can use that by pressing the mouse key, the left one, and I do get to arm this, but as you'll see, it's no use. I do get points, obviously, but I'm dead by some guy, engineer Taurus or some guy, and he disarms it. This is so irritating. My team is not supporting me. Anyway, that's no problem, and I'm using. Yes, I do get to use the lab now. This is very interesting part right here. I noticed that there's a guy on my. There's a couple of my teammates on my right. I follow them, and I'm not able to kill this recon fellow just cause my reload was happening at the same time, and I get not one but two. Luckily, two of those people. I arm the MCOM and move on to the right, and I'm dead. Not many medics like me, who just jump into the fray and are not afraid to risk it. Oh, look at that blood. That is amazing. That's my blood, by the way. And I spawn right into the lab, or the amp track, or whatever you call it. And I get the two guys who are trying to disarm it. I die, but I get the MCOM. And this guy, he's trying to kill some guy with engineering tool, the repair tool, who I revive. And one of the best things about BF3 is the scale at which everything's happening, and that's something which I really appreciate. Having said that, I would definitely agree with some of you veterans that the older Battlefield, say 2, was better, even though not graphically obviously outdated right at this point of time. But I see a lot of people actually playing that game nevertheless, in spite of it being so awesome, in spite of it being so outdated. And I arm this, and as that has happened. This guy, I think he's Taurus. Oh no, he's not. There's an engineer who disarms it. I get into a laugh, and immediately I think I get out. Yes, I do. Bunch of my teammates arming the MCOM. I get this guy, the heavy or the support class, and I'm waiting here thinking there's nobody, but I do. I think yeah, I do revive him. And thanks to my Viper, the the heli in the air, this MCOM is also taken, and we move one base ahead. Actually, we don't. I don't get killed. I get revived, so I don't have a death in my scorecard. I get this guy, and I switch to my trusty handgun, thinking I'm gonna get somebody else, but I don't. And this is really, really stupid of me. But I immediately jump into a boat, a speedboat, and I'm thinking I'm gonna be able to be all by myself, thinking I'm Rambo or some shit. Go towards this guy, and I'm dead. If only I had a teammate, maybe I had a chance, but I didn't wait for anybody, and that's my problem. And he's using a G53, one of my earlier favorite guns for the engineer, which you actually have to unlock in using the assignments. If some of you have done it, I'm sure you appreciate that the quality of that gun, especially at the mid range. And I think yeah, I spot a couple of my teammates, actually just one actually, and I move towards B, thinking I'll help him. I take out the sniper, run towards B, where my teammates is already arming it, and this guy in the rushes in the shadows, but he's dead. I kill him. I revive my teammate, and this is really stupid. I throw a grenade at the wall in front of me, thinking it will rebound, and there'll be a teammate and there'll be a enemy there. But basically that's just suicide, and I run towards it. Wow, look at those flashes. But I do get the actually we do get the MCOM, and I'm on top right now, but I won't be at the end of the game. Yeah, I think I spawn. No, not spawn. I spawn near a jeep or some sort. No, actually I don't. I just rush towards what I think will be a flanking position, thinking there'll be enemies on my left, but there's nobody. I just shoot a couple of canisters, and they don't even blow up. And I run towards the next base, and I get a little swim here. From here on, it's quite apparent that we get to win, but how we win, we'll get to see that in a couple of minutes. I'm running towards, I think, an enemy, hopefully, but I don't get him. One of my teammates gets him with an LMG, and I notice a couple of snipers in the rocks near near their base, and inside the house actually. You see one more sniper, that irritating sniper, who actually doesn't get to kill anybody, but he just stays there for absolutely no reason. Snipers are pretty weak in BF3, and I just hate the fact that the C4 has been given to the support class instead of the recon class, like it should have been, like in Bad Company 2 and 1. That really sucks. I loved Bad Company 2 because I loved sniping, and but in this it's not as enjoyable, in spite of the fact that you can get really, really long range kills with the bipod. I get this guy, and I'm rushing towards the tank like an idiot, and a couple of people in the rocks, and they kill me. And the grenades of no use. So there's a guy again with a okay, he's with a 74U. I decide I want to spawn on this engineer, and he dies. So there's no point. I spawn back all the way back at my base because none of my squad mates are actually there. I get into this buggy, but then I realize there's a tank at my base, which just spawned, and I move towards the tank actually. Yeah, I get into the tank, thinking I'll be able to kill, I don't know, 50 enemies like John Rambo, and there's somebody actually, I don't know, throwing grenades at me and in a tank. That is so stupid. Anyway, I move towards the objectives. On my right, there'll be a couple of enemies and a tank. And this tank, I take it down once. I mean, I shoot it once. I shoot it twice. Notice the enemy that ran out of it. Yeah, well, he gets to kill me because I don't look back. Yeah, Maximilius. Max. Bastard. Anyway, this guy is so irritating. He gets me so many times. And I finally get to spawn on my engineer friend. I move towards. This is awesome. Moving toward in a line. What's the grenade going to do? I have no idea. There's nobody there actually. What there is actually is a tank, and this tank is blocking one of my kills, which should have been my kill, but it blocked me. There's an AA gun in the enemy base. I don't have any of my. Actually, I do. I have my squad mates behind me, but they're of no use in spite of being engineers. I get this guy, thankfully, because he's trying to heal that or repair that tank, and my teammate actually takes out that tank, my squad mate, but I die, and so do the people who took me out. Now I'm in second place in the scorecard. You can see that easily. I spawn in this guy behind the rocks, and I think I again get to see that stupid sniper. Yes, I do. Look at that guy. What the hell was he thinking? He's just there for absolutely no reason. He's not even getting any kills. Why do I miss this? I get points for it, but I still miss. Alright, we're reaching the end of the video, and try to get this guy. And I'd just like to say to the viewers that if you expect or if you like this commentary, I'd like you to subscribe to my channel. That will be really, really appreciated. I know my accent's a little weird. Obviously, I'm Indian, so don't expect me to fake an American accent like in a BPO. But do subscribe. The more the subscribers, the more views my videos get. And thank you. As you can see, I ended up coming second. Yeah, that's it.